it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Operating from the gun. Brady going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From midfield, here's Brady. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Brady. And his throw here is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. And Brady able to get down as he picks up a first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 9 now. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd down and 3. Now a play fake. Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2nd and 14. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Completes it to Fant on the right side.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he's going to use his legs here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2nd down and inches. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to...
Cordarrelle Patterson, 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. 63 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
To throw is Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And the return will stop right around the 25. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw.
This is the tight end fan.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Williams.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Courtland Sutton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Broncos 21.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And a look now at Nelson, who remains down. He appears to be shaken up a bit. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On play action, now Brady. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Melvin Gordon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead now up to 14.
Broncos 21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now it's Patterson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're getting
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Room here to run. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 37-yard line. 99 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
2nd and 5. Touchdown, Broncos. Khalif Raymond, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gun check time on both sides. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Patterson. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Brady going to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw is Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
105 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called.
He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
37 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Brady. Flushed out right. This is caught by Evans. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle.
And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and